Final Fantasy IV sucked balls because it was really annoying to level up and do things all the time. Final Fantasy VII is just too long. And, I didn't really care much for the original game. Final Fantasy 15, watching Chris wasn't too shabby. It was enjoyable. Pretty enjoyable, actually. Very enjoyable. I enjoyed Gladio's story and Ignis' story. All that stuff. I did enjoy all that shit. But the point is, Final Fantasy, 9 times out of 10, you disappoint me. And this game is no exception, Final Fantasy. Yep. I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy. Another game of yours disappoints me. Why was Super Mario RPG like one of the only ones that you came out with that was actually good, other than Kingdom Hearts as well? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, hey, don't mind me talking to this. Let me share my broadcast. Let's get it on somewhere. Let's finally talk about another Final Fantasy game. I am back. I have Super Punch on Switch too. I could friend you. We could fight in Super Punch Out. Yeah, what is it? Timat and Kaisen VR beat you to it, man. I've experienced that. Because I remember when I went over there and I played against them. And it was a good time. Hyberpunk. What's up, bro? Welcome to stream. But anyways, let's get this on. Let's get this show on the road. So, my experience with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Alright, so I was sitting down one day, I was wondering to myself, Final Fantasy IV, everybody in the world, or a good chunk of people in the world, have their favorite Final Fantasy, right? A lot of people love 7, a lot of people like 15, some people like 8, some people like 6, some people like 5, some people like Final Fantasy IV as their favorite one, and you know me, guys. Whenever I play a video game, right, I am a stream sniper. Not a stream sniper. I'm going to have to get my Buster Sword and slash you down. I don't know. No waves are coming out of this. So. I tried. But anyways, I digress, right? So, everyone has their favorite Final Fantasy. Right? And obviously, I want to try to find my favorite Final Fantasy. And obviously, I did like 4 at a period, but we all know the history of Final Fantasy 4. Let's not repeat it for this video. And other games. I tried finding like interesting stuff. I'm like, okay, come on. I want to love Final Fantasy. I want to play Final Fantasy. I want to at least enjoy one entry. And I found this game on the Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because I was watching Some Call Me Johnny's video on it. And a little bit in, I was like, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It's a Final Fantasy for beginners. Okay. I know I have a few RPGs under my belt, FFRPGs under my belt, so I'm like, okay, let's give it a play. Right? I played Super Mario RPG, one of the greatest RPGs of all time. Love that game to death, right? I played Mario and Luigi. I played, attention everyone, we are going back in time to January 2024 to force Alan not to break the game disc of Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. Honestly, I was going to get the Switch for it, but Louis tells me no every single time, so, or the Wii one every single time, so, yeah. That's interesting. But anyways, I digress. Bro, it's a canon event. Yeah, everything's a canon event in this verse. But, anyways, so I downloaded Mystic Quest because I was like, okay, it's a beginner game. Surely, it won't get too bad. It won't get too hard. I will not lie to you guys. When I opened this game and started playing it, first I was like, okay, easing up the player, easing them in. This is cool. I like this. I enjoy this so far because you guys, don't get me wrong, guys. I love difficult video games and difficult challenges to overcome, of course, every now and again. But sometimes your boy likes a little bit of an ease. A game that's easy, doesn't have to think too hard or whatever, right? So I go into this game, I'm playing a little bit. I'm like, okay, controls are standard, D up, using the D-pad, using the control stick, moving around, fighting enemies. I'm like, why is the enemies going out super easily? Wait a minute, I can go in and out of this house if I just go in this area one time, go back in to refill my potion stocks, right? And I'm like, why am I doing shit in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest that is not allowed in any other Final Fantasy game? Like, for example, like I mentioned, right? You keep going in and out. Like, for example, right? This Vegeta's right here, right? I go in, I take the Vegeta for the first time, right? I go out. The Vegeta respawns. I go in again. I grab Vegeta again. I go out. And it keeps going over and over. I can do this as many times as I like to get as many potions or as many other stuff as I can. And I'm like, why am I allowed to do that? Does the developer not have any faith in their player? I mean, I'm just saying, like, and I'm not gonna lie, I kept going through the game. I subscribe to you. Yo, thanks, Hyperpark. Appreciate, or Hyperpunk, my bad. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Right? But not only that, right? Like, not only I get potions, but boss battles, regular battles are so easy. Fuck. I was like, dude, this game is easy. Why is this game easy? Oh, by the way, yeah, the fact that I'm only needing 160 away from 4,000 is kind of nutty. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't brought that up yet, but it's like, wow. Actually, that is kind of crazy. We're gonna reach 4K. Hopefully, we can reach it this year. I just gotta post the right shorts at the right time or the right live streams at the right time. You know what I mean? But anyways, I digress, right? Which I'm really excited and pumped up for 4K because I want to do so much shit for 4K. Because we've been in 3,000 subscribers for I think about a year or two now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's taken us quite a little bit to gain subscribers and whatnot and so on and so forth. But I digress, right? Anyways, right? And I was like, why is this game ridiculously easy? I get the story mode when they make fun of, like, you know, RPG elements and what you do in your traditional RPGs and stuff. The story and characters are okay. They're fine. They like the parody stuff. Cool. But it's like, this game is stupid easy, man. I'm talking, it makes Super Mario RPG look way harder in comparison. Super Mario RPG is not even that hard of a game. Do you want a sequel for DK Country Returns, which is Donkey Kong Country Returns 2? Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is the sequel to Returns, and that game is magnificent. But anyways, I digress, right? So, but yeah, I would like to see another Donkey Kong Country game, obviously, but I would love to see a Donkey Kong 3D game. That is something I would like to see. Like another attempt of, anyway. I know we have Donkey Kong 64, but I would love to see another attempt, like something better, you know, for Donkey Kong in this day and age. But anyways, I was like, this game is stupid easy. I'm going in the battles in and out, so I'm hearing the battle theme 24/7, like, and I won't lie to you, the battle theme for FF Mystic Quest, yeah, I'm sorry, it's not FF4 level. It's not even FF7 level. I would argue it's weaker than FF8. Like, its battle theme. I'm not even going to hold. I mean, obviously, it's weaker than Super Mario RPG's battle themes. But it's like, dude, the battle theme, the normal battle theme, the boss battle theme is kind of boring. You beat everything in relatively 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. The game feels like, to me anyway, the game feels like it just wants to play itself sometimes by having niggas recover health and potions 24/7. And it doesn't really feel fun. And then the story is also very generic and bare bones too. You have to go out and find these 4 mystical crystals or artifacts or something to save the world or whatever. And I'm like, simple stories are awesome, but for me, there has to be more than just a simple story. You know what I mean? Like in my RPGs, I like a simple story with a simple premise, but with lovable characters. Benjamin and everybody in the game, in my opinion, that I have met up to that point in the game before I quit, they were like, what's up, dude? You know, like, you know how you are with some people? For example, right? I'll give you a better example. You know those people that are like acquaintances? They're not really like your friends, right? They're like more like acquaintances, or less than acquaintances, actually. It feels like you're saying hi to a stranger, and that stranger says hi back, and then you guys just forget each other. That's honestly how Final Fantasy Mystic Quest characters feel to me. They don't feel like I don't feel super attached to anybody. I don't feel like I'm in it with these characters. You know what I mean? Because when you get into an RPG, one of the most important aspects of an RPG for me is the lovable characters and what those certain characters or specific characters are fighting for, right? Like I'll use Mario as an example, right? Mario, this whole game, and Peach and Bowser, the whole game. Oh, and Mallow and Geno, right? They're all trying to fight to preserve peace in their land and get rid of Smithy from their world, right? Okay, that's a goal I can strive by. And since Mario's already extremely lovable as a character, I'm obviously going to fall in love with him, slash, enjoy the game that much more. I won't lie. If your characters are dirt or dirt dry, they're not even all that funny, they're okay to be around, I'm not going to enjoy the game. Because don't get me wrong, I love characters in my RPGs, man. I need my characters. That's something that I would rather play Persona 5 Strikers or any Persona game than this piece of shit, Mystic Quest. Because at least, I mean, sure, in Strikers, it's easy, but it's not ridiculously easy to where I'm actually bored. And if I am bored of the gameplay, at least the music in that game can kind of keep me rolling, can kind of keep me moving. In Mystic Quest, it's kind of like characters are bland. The story is also pretty weh, and then the characters, it's like my first Wattpad story reached 60 views on Wattpad. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Good shit, man. Hopefully people are enjoying your story and maybe giving you some feedback. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII was a good game. Shit, I'll give Final Fantasy this. Even though I don't personally enjoy it, I do see why everyone else does. I don't even enjoy the remakes all that much either. But, because I just don't care. But you get it, right? Okay, I didn't even stop. But you get it, right? Even with that game, at least that game had great music, great character writing, and other stuff. I just personally don't really get myself super attached to it, you know what I mean? For the most part anyway in those games. But I gotta at least admit that all that stuff that I'm talking about here with Mystic Quest is so much better in other Final Fantasy games. And I get it. This Final Fantasy game is supposed to be for beginners, but it's like, I don't know, you could have made the characters, to me, way more interesting. Not only have cool designs, but you could have had some of the coolest music in this game. Something better than what Final Fantasy Mystic Quest gave me. To be honest, I'm actually really glad I didn't spend any money on this game, because spending money on, don't get me wrong, I would have spent money on Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, give Square Enix money, because right now they are nowhere near as crazy as they once were, right? But it's like, for Mystic Quest, oh, forget that. Thank God I only emulated this experience just to see what it was like. And you know what? Mystic Quest makes me appreciate, I think, FF4 a little more. Because at least with FF4, the game got fucking tough. The game got so tough. I quit that game so many fucking times. I'm probably never going back to it again. But you get my point, right? At least in that game, the battle music was amazing. Everything else was amazing in that game. But it's like Mystic Quest doesn't have what FF4 has. You know what I mean? Or Mystic Quest, in my opinion, doesn't even have what Super Mario RPG has. It doesn't even have what Thousand Year Door or any of the other M&L games have. It's boring, it's stupid, it's generic, it's way too easy, even for me, because I know I like easy, but dude, this game's a different breed of easy. For me, anyway, And I just got really bored of it, sick of it, and I just sat there and quit. I said, forget Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. You're not a good game. You're not good to me. I can see why Some Call Me Johnny in his video was very skeptical about this game, or he had certain feelings about this game. Like, he was talking about how this game is so meh. And I'm like, I can see why Mystic Quest is meh now, because it is. Once you play it and go through it for yourself, you'll see how meh, disgusting, it actually is. It's not good. It looks boring, bro. Yeah, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I would strongly recommend, if you want to play Final Fantasy, go play Final Fantasy IV. Despite what I say about it, that's my personal experience with the game. Don't let that, ruin your take on Final Fantasy IV. Literally play any Final Fantasy that isn't Mystic Quest, or maybe Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And maybe 3, because how old they are and shit. And, the Formula 4 onwards would be a lot better for a lot of players of today. But anyways, I digress. Guys, I'm going to see you guys later. I'm going to see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching my experience of Mystic Quest. I wish the game was much better. Honestly, I wish Mario got a second RPG on this Super Nintendo. That would have been so fucking cool. It would have been like Super Mario RPG again, but like even better. That would have been so cool. I would have liked that. But anyways, I digress. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video with your friends. Let me know what you guys think of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Also, check out my Super Punch-Out Runs live stream I did a little bit ago, just before this stream. That was an amazing Super Punch-Out speed run video, or runs video. I even beat Super Macho Man save stateless in that video, so go check that out. That is an amazing video. Anyways, I digress. God bless you all. I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace, man. I'm out of here. God, Mystic Quest, you fucking suck. Anyways, my bad. It's just, Mystic Quest really does fucking suck. Anyways.